start the local recording here. I feel like I'm missing something. Why? Oh, yeah, I do need to have that. It's a Chattanooga choo-choo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right.
Chattanooga poo-poo.
Final score. That's the show.
Chicka.
Yeah, killer instinct gets out of there.
Available for your home.
Get rid of that.
Sounded like that
The what?
Miley Cyrus song.
Oh, yeah.
You can do what we want.
Dancing with Molly. Me. Okay.
Yes.
I think we're ready. Let's do this so Nicole can go back to being a mute. And I hope not to make you laugh too hard so you don't cough today.
Yeah,
I'll
I
do
got
my
my
best.
I got my mute button ready.
All right. I got my mute, and his name is Brian.
You done. Mahaha. Boo-ha-ha.
1 second here.
1 second while I adjust my junk.
That doesn't make sense. Something. Chattanooga choo-choo. Oh, you know what? That's why. Never mind. I got to pull up an email I just sent and correct a guy.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're wrong. Suck it.
Whoops. You didn't.
Do you like to play games? No, that's all right.
That's cool.
All the box images are in the shared file.
See something in my bum file.
Bum file. Chattanooga choo-choo. Okay, let's do this. You guys ready?
Let's do a show.
All right, we're recording. And I'm counting it down in 3, 2, 1.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
This is the final score, episode 151 for Saturday, March 15th, 2014. Blap! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Final Score, the video game podcast for the rest of us. I said that with some authority there. My name is Scott Johnson. Brian Dunaway joining us today. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Scott Johnson.
What an odd thing to have you join us. Whatever, you're here every week. What am I even saying? You're here all the time.
Every stinking week.
Stupid thing to say. Nicole Spag also here. Hi, Nicole.
I am not a man. I'm just sick.
She's playing the role today. The role of Kathleen Turner will be played by Nicole Spag. Well, wonderful. It could get lower. It could be that low, but let's hope it isn't. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for a show. We got a live chat room. Fine bunch of folks here early in the morning. Not as many as usual because a lot of them didn't know about it. That's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Better
people.
odds for the ones that did show up.
Yeah, that's right. You guys are going to win some serious codes today. It's going to be kind of insane. So if you're here, you should be duly
serious codes.
Given
not cold. We're not giving away Nicole's cold.
No.
We're giving away codes.
She'd have to make out with you. According to Patrick yesterday on Current Geek,
give me some.
Patrick Bejan on Current Geek last night made the statement that the only kissing is French kissing. Yeah. And I suppose if you want to get Nicole's cold, you'd have to talk to her about that, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll just send you to Patrick.
Good idea.
Only the French would dare.
That's right.
Stick their tongue in somebody else's mouth.
Only Patrick. Full of cheese, too. That's the other thing they got to have. Mouth full of cheese, armpits unshaved, tongue down your throat. Perfect.
Sounds like a nice, existence.
Doesn't
Whatever.
it, though? And a good transition. Hey, what are you playing? Let us discuss the games that we are currently involved in. Or that we are playing, and there turns out to be a few going on in our lives. For me, it's more Hawken. I won't say much more, except it's open now, so anybody can get in.
Me too, Hawken.
Free.
Hawken, me too, Hawken.
As of last week, you can hop in there.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, have you installed it?
Installed it.
You haven't played it yet?
I haven't played it
You
yet.
got to make yourself a mech.
Me and Scott tried to play last week, but there was too many darn people on. Just
Yeah,
wouldn't function.
Oh, really?
got overloaded. Some of the tools didn't work, so to be expected on a day where the thing gets flooded. And this is how you know the game's been flooded, because for the year I've been playing the beta, everybody has kind of a unique looking mech. Nobody had like the same mech or whatever. And then suddenly, the day it went live, every match I'm in is that big microwave head looking mech. That's like the starter mech, yeah. And that's just a little bit uncontrollable, to be honest. They're just everywhere. And still, but they're good players. I mean, I'm having some great matches, so this is not a complaint. But yeah, still enjoying the hell out of Hawken. And for those of us without Xbox Ones or, for whatever reason aren't interested in getting it on the PC and not having Titanfall in our lives, I feel like Hawken is a fine substitute for that
Get
kind
on
of action.
now before people get good, because right now I'm actually able to hang, because the scoring system isn't one kill equals 1 point. You get you shoot some stuff and you get points.
Well, it depends on if you
heal some people, you get some points.
Sure. You get points for all kinds of stuff, yeah. I mean, if you're in a team deathmatch, you're definitely getting points for killing dudes, but you're also going to get a lot more for support, for double kills, for, all the stuff you do in these games these days. The game is rad and people should be playing it.
So wait, Titanfall's on PC too, right?
It is, yeah. You get it through Origin and all that if you want it. I'm not anti-Origin in this case. I kind of don't like Origin generally, but my problem with Titanfall isn't Titanfall or Origin or EA or Microsoft or anybody else, but in the two cases where I can play it, I don't think, after talking to friends I trust when it comes to first-person shooter action multiplayer games, I don't trust that it's enough of a game for me to want to go purchase an Xbox One for it. I'll get an Xbox One eventually when the games make sense to me, but that one's not enough just to be the one game I buy a $400
because it's
$500
all
machine
multiplayer,
for.
right?
Yeah, that's it.
And it reminds me of the game that came out a few years back on the PC or the PS3, and it was no single player. It was like 126 people could be in the same match together, and it was all first person shooter.
Was that Eve?
Do you remember
thing?
that one? No, it wasn't Eve. Oh, I'm blanking on the name of it.
It wasn't the Eve spinoff. I mean, what was it called?
No.
Rad or not
right.
Not Rad.
It's something like that. But anyway,
Three-letter Raw, War, something, whatever it was.
Wait
really
a minute. Raw, is that it?
Mag,
that's it. Yeah, I remember Mag.
Shimura in the chat room. Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't he voting today on whether he's joining Russia or not?
Who?
Shimura.
What?
Sorry.
I get it. Nice. Hey, look at you all topical.
We're on the politics.
Yeah, you're like Wolf Blitzer all of a sudden. That's fantastic. No, I remember that game. It had some. This is a smaller scale kind of effort in terms of total players and all that. It looks rad and it looks totally fun, and I'm sure people are having a complete blast with it. But there's a cost versus value problem in my head right now where I have plenty of really cool games to play, and it's not enough for me to just drop everything and go buy that. Or in the case of the PC version, I don't know. Do I just want to play a multiplayer game for $60? That's the other thing. I think the price is wrong. I think that game should be $30. If it's going to be a multiplayer only game and that's really the only thing you got, and there's a handful of modes for multiplayer and that's it.
You know what I call this part of the show? I call this Scott's wallet.
You should call it Scott's how to generate angry emails portion of the show.
Because Scott's going to be all like, I'm not paying $60. This is stupid. And then 5 minutes from now, we're going to be talking about Canada price increase on PS4 is going to be all like supply and demand. It's all right.
Well, I may not be cool with that either, actually. I'm siding with my Canadian brothers on that story. But it's just a value question for me. It's as simple as that. Absolutely. I don't doubt the game's great. I'm sure it's really, really fun. But $60 plus all these other factors, I'm just not ready. Just not ready to go.
It's an interesting balance of how much game is actually there and how much of it is created because there's other users, and can you really charge for bringing in other people's experience to create a cool game? But then you got to think there's servers.
Yeah,
they got to maintain.
No, I know, but everyone has servers to maintain. That's nothing new. There's not like they're doing some crazy new server maintenance. It's just servers. It's just blades, and they could. Yeah, go ahead.
I was looking at it, but as soon as I found out there was no single player campaign, because I saw there was a study and it said something like the reason why they didn't do it is because they figured only 10% or something like that actually played the single player campaign. Well, I was one of those 10%.
In Call of Duty, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. In Call
Yeah,
of Duty.
I think that number, I feel like that number's wrong. I cannot imagine 10% of all the millions who bought that thing didn't play the campaign.
I don't
That
know if
seems
it was 10%,
crazy.
but I know it was low.
Yeah, it was a low, whatever it was this low percentage, and I just was like, really? Come on now. I mean, I realize I come from the perspective as a guy who does like the campaigns as well, and I like story. I'm big on that. I want that world to be fleshed out. I'm fine with a multiplayer-only experience, but I'm not fine with it being a premium $60 experience.
Yeah, I agree.
If it was
100%.
if it had a campaign and it was $60, I wouldn't be batting an eye. I'd say, oh yeah, that sounds about right. That's what you pay.
So what you're saying is, no, I'm not. I'm
all right,
kind of in agreagement with you, but I've got to bounce the other side.
All right,
Okay,
the devil
so
needs
we're
an
talking
advocate. Go ahead now.
Right?
Brian, get the demo.
Yeah,
Shut
get
up.
the demo.
Come over here, Mr. Lucifer.
Yeah.
Let's have a discussion. All right. So the idea is, okay, you're willing to pay $60 for a 15, 14-hour campaign, but you're not willing to pay for the
That has
experience.
multiplayer. That has
Also, it has to have
both.
the multiplayer.
No, it has both. I'm not saying I'd pay $60 for just a single player experience. I mean, I might depending on the game, but in this case,
Right.
where there's obviously a focus on multiplayer, I want freaking both. Why am I getting phone calls? Goodbye.
Yep.
It's me. It's Brian. I'm calling you.
To tell you.
Scott, I'm on the other line.
Jeez. Plus, I updated my iPhone today, and they put a kind of a new interface for the phone answering bit, and threw me off, and I didn't know what button to push for a minute, but I got it now. It's all good.
Oh yeah, they did that. It's annoying the crap out of me. I'm like, I don't know how to slide.
I don't
It's
mind
like,
it. I think it's fine. It's just, it seems actually
this
pretty
is-
intuitive and good, but I don't know. I mean, it's like anything. Something new comes and you go, and then you're fine. Who cares?
Well, my reflex is to go slide, but now it's like, ooh, got to hit a dot.
My reflex is to go slide, slippity slide, something. How's the rest of that song go? Chicken tastes like wood. I don't know. Oh, was that Coolio? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
Coolio.
I ain't got no car, fool.
What's Coolio doing now? Anyone know?
Last time I saw him, he was singing Keenan and Kel's song for Nickelodeon.
Oh, here he is. Artist Levon Ivy Jr., better known in the stage name as Coolio. He's an American musician, rapper, and whatever. He's still doing it. Still got his
Staring into Michelle Pfeiffer's eyes.
Nicely said.
I like sick Nicole.
He
She's
was
my
born in
favorite.
'63. That would put him at age 50 now. So there you go.
He's older than us.
Oh yeah, of course he is. He's Coolio. Come on now.
You know he's got talent.
All right, now I'm going to tell you. Too much TMS on the mind. So I got a game I need to recommend to everybody within the sound of my voice, and all you Ouya people. You already knew about this. Okay, you knew you had the one good game on your platform. Too bad it wasn't exclusive because it was coming to these other platforms. But good Lord, Towerfall Ascension is fan-freaking-tastic. What a game. So you want to know where my value lies. This thing's $15. PS4 and PC. Get it on either one. Although I'd recommend PS4 because it's more of a couch experience.
Plus, you have one.
Well, and there's no online multiplayer is my point.
Right.
As you can't, like the PC version would be fine if I could, and I can bring Nick in here and have two controllers and play, sure. But if I really want to play the way you're supposed to, it's really a much better couch experience or an online experience, and there is no online right now. Anyway, Towerfall is great. Major throwback 8-bit graphic looking thing. But if you like things like Super Smash Brothers, then what the hell are you even listening to us for? Go buy Towerfall Ascension. That game is so good. So good that I could not put it down. I've not heard my kids yell and laugh and just melt into a puddle of laughter and giddiness in a game in so long. It is so much fun, so competitive. It's an absolute blast, and I can't say enough about it. And it's just really simple. You're these little dudes. You pick one. You can play up to 4 players if you have 4 controllers. Although that's a kind of an expensive proposition on a PS4, is to get all 4 of you in there. I mean, it's already expensive adding one, but so really,
4-pack.
So really, Titanfall or Towerfall cost me. Well, no, I don't mean 4 games. I mean 4 controllers, like $50 a piece or $60 a piece. So I'm paying, like I'm seriously tempted right now to get 2 more controllers. I'll end up spending 2 Titanfalls worth of controllers to play Towerfall Ascension. Anyway, it's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I can't. There's so many ways I could describe it. So many things you could just. It's better if you just experience it.
Did you do a Let's Play already?
I haven't because I just barely got the Steam version, so I will be doing that at some point.
Cool.
I can't capture my PS4 though.
Just just to correct what we were talking about with Titanfall, because I'm sure you'll get emails. World Inc. in the chat room says there is a campaign, but it's multiplayer style.
Yeah,
So
no, I
there's
knew
no
about that. It's this
single player,
weird.
it's
It's a weird
multiplayer.
concession though.
But even then, I like a single player campaign where I can go at my own pace.
Right now, having watched a bunch of playthroughs, though, I can let me tell you what the campaign is, and this is not knocking them. It's great they threw it in there; it's fine. But people who think that campaign, even in a multiplayer sense, is a truly like fleshed out, awesome campaign, you're smoking the crack, because it's basically like this. Hey guys, we got to go down there and get those resources. All right, Bill, let's go. Fight, dead. Ah, too bad we lost. Next chapter. Hey, we got to go to this other planet and get some more stuff. I mean, it's really, really light.
Thin story.
Very
right?
thin. Thinner than the thinner.
Thinner than budding meat.
Yeah, that's what? Wait,
What?
what's budding meat?
You ever had the budding meat? Comes in those little packages and the thin.
Oh
thin
yeah,
sandwich meat.
yeah.
Oh, I do like thinning meat. I like thin meat.
I know what you're
Right.
talking about.
I like thin meat. Heard it here first.
I was thinking like cloned meat or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like,
Budding it.
like some thin meat that grows on the top of a petri dish or something. Anyway, I cannot say enough about Towerfall Ascension, and if I could play it multiplayer with you guys online, I would. It's just an incredible experience, and if you have people you like to enjoy to sit around on a couch and play games with, like me and the kids, oh man, never had that much fun. In fact, I'm here to tell you, this seems like a broad statement. I'm pretty sure I may not have ever had
that's
this
so sexist.
this level of fun on the couch with a game, and with local multiplayer. Let me put it that way, ever. And I'm talking. I have some fond memories of my Bomberman days and freaking GoldenEye multiplayer, and all that stuff was great. Don't get me wrong. This may have just jumped in the top spot. It's fantastic. Play it. Also played Left 4 Dead 2 with Nick. Steam. It was on sale for $5, so I bought him a copy. And he likes the zombies, so we killed some zombies together, and it was a good time.
Did you get blown up with any goo or anything like that, or did you?
No, I'm trying to think what we mostly did campaign, and it was he had never played. He played 1 some, but he'd never played 2, so he's not used to the spitters or the charger. I'm trying to remember if there's another nasty.
Nothing makes me angrier than the charger.
Oh, they have lady boomers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Is
even
she
know
a
when
big-
that
big,
happened.
Fat
Huh.
lady.
Yeah, big fat lady with giant boils and stuff. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We had a skin where you can put them in McDonald's uniforms. The 2 boomers,
Yeah.
the male and female boomers, look like managers at a McDonald's. Anyway, we played the hell out of that, and that was way fun. And then finally, I did boost to 90. Nicole, you want to talk about this real quick? This whole level 90
because
thing?
I honestly I did my boost last night, and I didn't do the boost because I can't decide which tune to boost,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'm just
Well-
kind of stuck in a holding pattern at the moment.
Well, all right. So here's the recommendation I would make. We made this determination on the instance yesterday after
The
some
reason
thought.
I just want to say the reason why I'm in a holding pattern is because of what you said on the instance.
Oh,
So thanks.
okay. I'm glad you did then, because I would actually recommend people wait until launch day now.
But I want to so bad.
I know, but you do, but you don't, because here's what'll happen. You'll end up like me. So just to give people a clear idea what's going on, if you pre-purchase World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor, you can boost any character, a new one or an existing character who's not 90 yet, all the way to 90. Even if he's level 85, you can boost him 5 levels to 90, or if he's level 2, you can boost him to 90. You'll get all the gear you need, all the flying stuff you need, an actual flying mount in case you don't have one, although there's, the account-wide stuff is easy to have multiples. Anyway, all that you need to get to where you need to go. Boom. One little click, off you go. You get 1 with the pre-order. It's free. Later on, you can buy additional ones for $60. That's down the road. So that's why this is a big choice, right? Because this is your only one-shot free one.
Right.
Well, the problem I had was, when the expansion comes out, for listeners who don't know this, you will be able to do that boost day 1, and it will take your character to a place where it's part of the overarching story of the new expansion, and
Maybe get you some training.
Yeah, you get piecemeal fed your abilities. So if it's a character like me with my shaman, I don't know anything about him. I've never played him before. So it would slowly give me my abilities. So I can try them here, try them there, try the next batch, kind of dark or Death Knight style from
Right.
freaking whatever, the Wrath of Lich King. Yeah. So that is a cool experience that I'm not going to get now, because what this does before the expansion is just plops you down in Timeless Isle and says, "See ya."
Oh gosh.
And you don't have
Have
any
fun.
you don't have any training, you don't know what to do. Now there are a million guides, I can go to 1,000 videos. It's not like there's a shortage of the internet to tell me what to do with the shaman at level 90. So I will figure it out. but it is a little overwhelming and at the same
Yeah.
time slightly underwhelming because you're not launching it as something new and you're just going to be chipping away at a character at the same time as your main for kind of nothing, because when the expansion comes out, you're not going to care about all the content that's here now for this new boosted 90. You're going to care about the new game.
Right. Isn't there also a benefit of being 60 or higher?
Yeah, so if you're 60 or higher, you get max level on all your professions. Or you get to
That's right,
if you don't
that's
have
right.
any, you choose which ones you want. You just max them.
And I think I want to do this with a druid. Hanging out with Dark Anders and WoW makes me. I'm like, damn.
Oh, he's good.
Oh my gosh, he's ridiculous. I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I playing a freaking paladin?
Drew's cool. Or Druids are cool. Drew's cool too. I don't know who Drew is, but I just said that.
True.
So, and I was thinking I would, because I have a level 32 druid, Neomu. It's a Tauren. And I was thinking about leveling her up to 60 and then just doing the boost on that.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That's a good idea because of that particular benefit is actually a huge one. And had I had a dude at 60 or higher, I would have done it. But all my tunes were just below that, like 58 or 50. I mean, I guess I could have leveled for a few days. But here's the thing. Actually, 2 levels would have taken much less than that, I'm sure. But you just don't know until you get there how kind of in the middle of nothing you are. And you're just like, well, it's not like I'm going to raid with this guy. I mean, I could.
I might.
You could.
Yeah.
But then, and then in that case, maybe you're better off because the way I look at it is I do want to work on this character, but I kind of want to work on him for the expansion, not so much now.
Yeah.
So that's where I got in the snag.
It's like it's just sitting there. I'm like, and it's gonna be on my screen because you can buy you can do the pre-order and it's just gonna say level 90 up in the corner. And it's just gonna taunt you every time you log in.
Yep, every time.
Click on it and then.
And it's going to bug you that you're not doing it. I know. I totally know. I took a bullet for everybody to try it, and now I'm just feeling a slight twinge of booster's remorse.
Yeah, I kind of.
Brian, if you get back in, you get a level 90 character, man.
There you go, Brian.
Oh, okay.
You know who it's for? It's for you.
Diggity dog.
It's good for you. Pull that cow out of the ravine and get him to 90.
Too much to do.
No, there's not. That's the point. If you
No,
boost,
I'm saying there's too much for me to gaming wise.
right.
Oh,
I could see
Those
that,
demos,
but
yeah.
here, I will say this: if you're worried about
demos,
listen, if you're worried about World of Warcraft being too much content right now, the boost is actually a really cool thing because the boost takes you to a place where now you really only have 2 or 3 things to worry about. Like you're not worried about all the other leveling and dungeons and every other crap you got to do. You literally have, all right, what do I want to do? Do I want to do PvP? Okay, great, I can queue over here. Do I want to do LFR? Great, I can queue here. Or do I just want to do a bunch of solo stuff? Great, I'm in Timeless Isles. I can play here. It's like 3 ways to go. Simple, easy. You can forget about everything that happened in the past. That's really why they're doing this.
does it still cost $14.95 a month?
Well, no. It was never 14, was it? Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it still
depending
does. It
on-
still costs you
yeah.
that.
That's if you do monthly, but if you do like the 6-month pack, it goes down.
To 10, right?
I
$9.99
don't
a month. I think.
11 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I can play StarCraft 2 or Diablo 3.
Or if you were me, you could be playing Heroes of the Storm Technical Alpha, which
Heroes
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Storm.
Did they just give that to you because who you are, or did you actually apply for
So
it?
we did not apply. So the way it works is they are giving them out right now. This particular level is only being given out to what they refer to as quote unquote community influencers. So it's people who have shows at whatever popularity level is they seem appropriate, or if they have, in our case, the instance, or if they're big time streamers like the Day Nines of the world and the people streaming on Twitch all day and that kind of stuff. So that that seems like a limited pool, but it was actually thousands of keys. Or not keys, but accounts. So they didn't do keys with this. So they didn't show up on eBay. There was none of that weirdness. You literally have it tied to your BattleNet account, and that's you're the only person that can use it.
I like to do that.
Yeah, I do too.
Actually like that BattleNet has that because you just show up one day and you're like, oh, I have access.
Yeah,
Click.
yeah,
Yeah.
it works. Well, they let me know, but yeah. So and the cool thing about it too is even though they're still in what they are referring to as an alpha, and they're doing stress tests on an alpha build of the game. This is the first time they've ever done that in an alpha stage where it was also not tied to an NDA. So we can talk about it, stream it, record it, whatever we
cool.
want. Yeah, nothing holding anybody back. It's good. It's really good. I mean, what we played, that little bit we played at BlizzCon seemed real fun. but it was
Right.
hard to get your head around it because it wasn't very long, right? We weren't in there
Yeah.
very long, but
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I can tell you
we have
after
an objective, really?
and I recorded the tutorial and that's up on YouTube and people can see that whole intro bit, but that and the matches I've played since have led me to believe that I am going to really enjoy this game, and I'm going to enjoy it far more than I did any other MOBAs. I don't like Dota, I don't like League of Legends. Those games always kind of put me off. I'm not good enough at them. People there are a little bit caustic and toxic, and this is not well. First of all, the toxicity is not there yet because again, it's all streamers and podcasters and bloggers, right? So everyone's nice and like-minded, and nobody's being a dick. But the dicks are probably coming at some point. But the gameplay.
That's the shirt I want.
Yeah, that's the shirt I'd
Flip
like to
that
wear.
nice one.
Right.
But until then, or even after then, it's still a very playable, fun experience that doesn't seem like it has the kind of curve those other two games have. Blizzard seems to be stripping out some of the annoying features or features that cause a lot of consternation, and instead focusing on what makes that particular game type fun. And I'm kind of all in. It's real good. So very excited about that game. And it looks like it. If there was any question about whether it was going to be a free to play game, and I don't know why there would have been, but there's no question it absolutely will be. You can unlock characters in the game with the in-game currency, or you can use real money to unlock skins for the characters you have.
Money.
So it's basically what it's a variation on what LOL does with their game.
Right. What does Scott's wallet say about buying?
I'm not
that
buying
kind of stuff?
skins. I don't care about skins. They don't. I mean, unless they really look, they make a GURP skin. I'll get it. Fine.
Well, you should get it for free.
Well, maybe, but if they don't do that, I'm not that interested in it. But the unlocking characters with in-game currency or boosting out with real money, I don't mind those kinds of things. Those are normal transactional expectations in a free-to-play world that we live in now. So that's fine.
Right.
I mean, it's no different than Hawken or anything else. So yeah, it's good. I like it. I can't wait till everyone gets to play it because it's already, like you'd expect, polished all to hell and back, and just looks great. Brian, what are you playing? What are you doing?
Scott Johnson. Well, I did play some Hawken as well. Talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
But then I got this little game I had never heard of. A nice little one of our community members sent me. This is called Orion Dino Horde on Steam. Neff sent it to me. He sent me a couple of games this past week.
Yeah,
I like to give a little shout out to Neff. Neff, I think he's been having a little bit of, I don't know what kind of physical problems he's got going on, but he's got some stuff going on, and I just want to say I hope you feel better, Neff. Thanks for hanging out on Steam and giving us games.
Yeah, well, he gave us a
best.
copy of Dino Horde to give away in the chat room today too.
Oh, good.
Did he really? It's
Yep.
well, okay. This game is a first person shooter, and it's kind of you got to control. The only part I've played so far, you've got to control waypoints, and you're basically either a human with like a modern human, someone with like weapons and laser rifles and that kind of stuff, and
Lasers.
laser rifles, and you're pitted against dinos, and that's how I started anyway. And so you've got to defend your generator points, because if you don't defend your generators, then it goes away. I don't know how exactly these Velops raptors or whatever they are attacking my generator, but they're standing there and there's points being taken away, so I killed them.
Voluptuous raptor.
Yeah, the voluptuous raptors.
Voluptuous raptors. They've got the double breast meat.
Hey, I may draw that. I
right.
might draw that. That's a funny idea. Voluptuous raptors. I'm on it.
Voluptuous raptors.
All right.
And so I got on that end of it, and that's fun to play against those guys. There's a whole bunch of them, and it's kind of intense, because a lot of games have where you got that final kill shot where if you get taken down, if you can fight your way back to life, then you get a second chance. Well, that happens here as well. But when those freaking dinosaurs hit you, they run off at high speed, and you're like, wait. And they're just running away as fast as they can. You're like, crap. And so I died more than once. I did get to play for a few seconds. I got to play as the dinosaurs, and apparently there's something to do with eggs, and you're supposed to guard them. And you might be fighting against other bigger dinosaurs like a T-Rex. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Multiplayer. It's like $14.99 on Steam. I was actually surprised how much fun I have, because I'm always up for some dino action.
Aren't you though?
I bet you are.
Yeah.
Bring me up some dino action.
Hubba.
Hubba.
Voluptuous raptor.
Voluptuous raptors. What are you doing over there by my generators? All right, so I did that. Also got I got to play a little bit. I got a little bit of time in Elder Scrolls Online beta. I had the beta client, and I downloaded it last weekend, and I actually got to play for about 20 minutes today.
Yeah. What say you about it?
Because it's a new beta started this weekend, right?
That's right, new beta this weekend. I feel like they've got a framework for a really fun game. Of course, this is still in beta, so you can't really say too much about it.
But you're not going to pay $15 a month for that thing, are you?
I might for a few months just
Really?
to kind of play. Well, see, I don't mind going in for a game that I've never really played and doing it for 2 or 3 months because that's about the price of a regular game, and that's about how long I'll play it anyway. World of Warcraft,
you'll pay. Don't forget though, you'll pay $49, then you'll pay for a few months because that game costs money out the gate.
That's true. That's true. But sometimes they'll give you 30 days free. We'll see. How it
you'll
goes.
get that. They'll do that for sure.
So by the time you do a couple of months, it's about the same price as getting a full-on game. Anyway, yeah, I think the game, the story is very simple. I don't feel like, which is good. At first, I was kind of like, psst, all I'm doing is walking over here and walking over there, doing this, and these quests are kind of actually appropriate for the first 20 minutes of a game.
Yeah.
So at first, I was kind of like, but then I was kind of, it kind of slowly drug me in, and I picked a wood elf, and he's a little bitty short munchkin, and I didn't realize.
Is he a munchkin or is he a wood elf? I don't.
He's a wood elf, but he's little bitty. He's tiny. He's a little tiny guy, and I didn't realize this until I went and met my first super elf, I guess, because she.
Do you like playing taller? Do you like playing taller or shorter characters?
Yeah. What do you do?
It varies. I remember it's kind of like I get in this mindset of the characters I love to read about in comics. Like I always loved Puck from Alpha Flight, who was super short. So sometimes I'll pick a super short character, and sometimes I'll pick a really tall. I never pick an average character. Hardly ever do I pick an average size character because that's boring. That's what I am. I'm average. Right. And so I always pick some dude who's really either super tall or too big for the caverns, and then he falls. And of course, I always pay for picking these weird size characters. But I will tell you, it's kind of weird because you can do first person, or you can do kind of over the shoulder kind of look. And so I did that. And when I first started, I'm running around, and of course, I got my assistant, and she's like 12 foot tall, and I'm like 5 inches tall. And so every time I go up and I'm attacking somebody, all of a sudden I see these arms that's coming over top of my head going whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah.
And it's very distracting.
That sounds really intense.
It is. It's very intense, but I'm excited to see this. I love the Elder Scrolls series.
Same here. I played the beta. It looks pretty neat. I feel like it's not. I said this on the show yesterday on the instance, but I don't know that it's going to change my devotion to WoW because I'm going to go where all my friends are going. So if all my friends suddenly said, you know what, WoW's being dropped like a hot rock, we're going over here. Well, I probably would play it because that's what an MMO is to me. It's where my friends go.
Right. I don't think Elder Scrolls is going to be to the point of what World of Warcraft is. I think it's going to be a much simpler kind of gameplay.
It'll be the new hotness for about, I don't know, 4 months.
But that's just guessing because it's still in beta, people.
Yeah, but I don't know that simpler than World of Warcraft is the best answer because people already argue that Warcraft is too simple and we need something more complex.
My big old butt, I can't stand crafting crap. I just want to go swing my sword.
Yeah, but you can do that. And Elder Scrolls is full of professions, dude. You're not going to get away from that entirely in that game. Yeah. There's a certain template these games follow, and even they, with their changes and their tweaks, they're still sort of following that same template. I don't know. I wish it was a free-to-play game because I probably would be more likely to play it. Even if it was like here's pay $50 and then
like Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 did a really good job with that and still does. Right. So let me play it that way. That would be more interesting to me, but whatever.
I'm down with it. So far, I think I'm going to probably play it for a while, but it'll be just like Skyrim and those other games, even though they really didn't have a super long life. But I played it enough.
Skyrim, it's not a super long life. You are the crack smoker of the building right now. That game lasted forever, and people still play the hell out of it.
Yeah,
Skyrim is huge.
I said for me.
Oh, for you. Oh, that's different.
For me.
We know you have a 2-hour threshold.
That's it. I'm bored.
That's it. I'm out.
I don't understand that at all. When a game grabs me, man, I do not let it go.
When it sinks your teeth into you, it's hard to get away. Now, if I play a game that's not great, I may get a little ADD about it and not play it very long. But if I'm playing something really, really good, it's very hard for me to leave.
And I have to.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, for me, I have to finish whatever game is like sunken their teeth into me before I can move on. There could be the best game that comes out, but if I'm still like mentally invested in like for instance, Fallout New Vegas
Yeah.
or Borderlands
Right.
2,
Yeah.
I can't move on. I don't know why. It's how I play my game.
Too much living to do for me to sit around in one game. I can't take
No,
it.
that's not right.
Too much living to do.
That's
Too
that's
many
not right.
different lives. I got to be a pirate one minute, and I got to be fighting dinosaurs the next, and
You
I
have
got to.
gamer ADD. What's wrong?
Yeah, that seems just bad. Oh, I shouldn't. I'm pretty
It's not
close to
bad.
this. I'm pretty close to this myself, so I
Enjoy
shouldn't
it. I
say.
enjoy it.
There are people always like, "How do you play all these games you talk about every week?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I don't play them all the way through a lot of the time." Like,
Right.
will I finish? Well, I guess none of these this week these don't count. All of these are games they don't have an end point. You just keep playing them. But occasionally, so here's the problem. I started playing. What's the Double Fine game? I keep forgetting the game.
Broken Age.
Broken Age. I started playing Broken Age. I haven't touched it since we last talked, not because I don't want to, but because my kids started watching me play it, and now they won't let me play it without them being present, and they just haven't been present a lot.
Yeah.
So now I got to wait till they're around, and then.
I'm telling people put that rule on you. Well, you can't watch that show. Why? Because we got to watch it together.
Well,
I don't know.
I do this right now with certain TV shows that I really
You do
want to
that with
catch up and
Justified.
see. Well, yeah, I really want to watch House of Cards finally. I haven't even cracked it. Why haven't I? Because Kim and I haven't been in a place where we can just sit down and binge a couple episodes in a row, and I don't want to do it without her. So it's like that. And I do want the kids to watch me play Broken Age. It's a hell of a thing, and Carter just eats this stuff up. I mean, it's just right up her alley in about 50 different ways.
She should play it.
She totally should.
Just go play it, Carter.
Don't they have
It's
that
wonderful.
is that on the iPad yet or no?
I think it's supposed to be coming out. I think it's on the Ouya now.
Because I just may buy the iPad version and let the kids share it.
Yeah.
The Ouya. And then I can play it whenever I want, and they can play their versions, and off we go.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but I'd have to Google it.
Right.
I
I'll
just
tell you the
saw-
games that really hook me more than anything, though,
Yeah.
it's always those Age of Empires, Civilization kind of games. Those games just they satisfy this obsessive compulsive disorder I have of
It's because they have ADD in the game.
right, pretty much.
Because the game is all about am I managing everything? You should play that new. You should play Banished, dude. That thing's right up your alley.
I'm actually playing. I can't say much about it because there's an NDA, but I'm playing Dead Island Epidemic, which also Neff sent, and it is early on, but it is a lot of fun.
That's
It's
a
kind of
MOBA too, right? It's a MOBA.
It's a MOBA type, but very loosely MOBA. It's not as MOBA as you might think.
Well, what do you mean by that? I guess you can't talk about it because it's.
I can't really talk about it
NDA,
other than to say that the gameplay seems unique to me and that it's been sucking me back in a lot. I've actually went back and played a pretty good bit.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I enjoyed Dead Island, the first Dead Island. I didn't really enjoy Riptide. I'm curious about Epidemic and
Yeah, it's a
Neff
total
sent
departure
one
from
too,
the
so I'm-
first person.
Yeah,
kind of
keep
thing.
in mind it's
I
like
forgot I had
top
sent
down
it.
Diablo looking,
cool.
MOBA style. I mean, it really is at the core of it. I mean, their description says this is a MOBA game, so you
Right.
know what you're getting into. Hey, look,
Let's go.
it's Casey who comes in on a Saturday because that's the kind of guy he is, willing to take one for the team, take a bullet. Casey, what's going on?
Hey Scott, hey Brian, hey Captain Janeway.
Not that crusty. Hey, Casey. Whoa, easy there. What's going on, man? How are you? How's your Saturday?
So far so good. I
Well,
suppose.
let's see if we can make it worse by us just fumbling around a trivia question that you brought to us about an old video game. Somebody picked it last week. Was it Brian?
Brian picked the game.
What was the game? I have no
It's-
recollection.
It was a newer
It's-
game.
Not so old. He picked Lego Star Wars.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's the trilogy ones, right?
Yeah, this one's actually I did the original one, which is based on episodes 1 through 3.
Okay, that's totally fine. That seems accurate when we say
Right.
Star Wars Lego, because for the longest time that's all that was.
Right.
I hear that Marvel one is the best one. Is that true? Anyone play that?
Yeah, it's been on sale for a pretty good bit, and I haven't picked it up yet. I've watched people play it on YouTube's.
I mean, it looks a lot like Marvel. It looks a lot like Lego games, but I keep hearing that there's some other sauce in there that makes it better. So I don't know. I want to check it out probably. All right. Well, Casey, lay it on us. Give us the trivia. What do you got?
Okay, I have 3 trivia questions for Lego Star Wars. Just like last week, there's no multiple choice, but there are multiple answers to each question.
All right.
So each of you are going to give me one answer. So out of 9 possible points, I need you guys to score at least 5.
Okay. That seems fair. Half.
Ish.
You know?
This seems fair-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Ish. Yes. Okay, so are you ready for your first question?
I am. As long as it's, if for Brian's case, we hope it was sooner than 2 hours into the game. Go.
Right.
Okay. Nicole gives me the first answer for
Oh,
each
okay.
of these questions.
Okay.
So here we go. Question 1. Name a character that can double jump.
Shoot. I don't remember. C3PO?
Deep.
Okay. Scott, do you have an answer?
I'm gonna say. Oh man, this is hard.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm gonna say Anakin Skywalker could double jump.
Okay, and Brian.
I'm gonna say Yoda.
Yoda.
And I'm
Okay,
giving you a visual
I
clue
have
as well.
that too.
Oh, the Yoda makes sense. All right, anyway, because he did all that jumping around CGI bullcrap.
Yeah.
The thing I hated about those prequels. Anyway, go ahead.
okay, so you guys got a point and a half. I'm not sure if Anakin could double jump or not. I don't remember.
Oh.
And I thought that was a
So-
good guess too. That was
All right. Well, it seems like an obvious one since he's the core of the game, but I don't
Yep.
know. I could be wrong.
Okay, second question. Name a character that can use a grappling hook. Nicole, you're first.
Han Solo.
Wait, this is the originals though, right? The
Oh.
prequels. Yeah.
Are we doing the prequels?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought we. I was thinking.
It's not. It's not 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's
What
just
he
one.
said.
It's just
I
episodes
was-
1 through 3.
Okay, 1 through 3. Sorry, I thought you meant like the first 3 that came out, and that was the. Anyway.
Wish.
So confusing. Grappling hook.
Crap.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar
No,
Jar,
I knew she was gonna use Jar Jar Binks. That was my go-to.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks.
All right, I'm gonna say it's my turn, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna say Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, and Brian.
I'm gonna say Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker for the win.
You're saying Anakin. Okay.
Anakin Skywalker.
All right.
All right. No points for that round.
Damn it!
Look.
Damn it!
We were looking for characters that use blasters, like Boba Fett or Jango Fett. or-
Django Fett. Freaking Django Fett. You know, this is just serving as such a great reminder of how much I hate those prequels.
That was my intention.
Good job. Mission accomplished.
All right. Final question.
Okay.
If you guys get all 3 of these, I'll let you win.
All right.
Here we go. Name a character that isn't intentionally attacked by enemy characters.
Who isn't intentionally attacked by enemy
Yeah,
characters?
You can just walk around and the enemies ignore you.
Interest.
R2D2.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Scott.
I'll say C3PO because I think she's on to something with the droids.
All right, Brian.
Jar Jar Binks.
Well, you guys
They shoot
got
on site with him.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 points on that question.
Really? So the droids people avoid the droids.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. That is actually kind of cool. And not exclusive to the prequels, which suck.
Right.
So your total score is 3.5 points.
Oh,
Not
that
bad, but
sucks.
Not quite good enough.
That's
sorry.
freaking terrible is what that is.
Wah,
Who
wah.
was the other? I gotta know who the other one was that could walk around without getting shot.
C3PO and R2D2, right?
Like the Gonk droid, the mouse droid.
Droids.
Yeah.
All the droids.
Should have said droid then.
What- You should have said droid. You should have said gonk droid. Casey, it's always fun to have you on. Casey's Music Memories at the end of the show. People, make sure you stay tuned for that. And also, Casey's on Twitter, @CaseyBanta. Casey, let's do it next time, shall we?
All right, Nicole gets to pick the next
Oh.
game.
Oh, pick the
Okay.
next game.
Can I pick an obscure game?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Sounds good.
A game by the name of Rule of Rose.
Rule of Rose?
Yes, it's a survival horror video game for the PlayStation 2. I loved it.
I have
It's
a memory
very,
of this. Very vague, though.
It's like it was banned in countries because it's all about creepy little kids.
Well,
Oh.
there goes the trivia question.
Yep. How many
no, I'm
creepy
telling
little
you,
kids are in this game?
Little, no.
How's that sound, Casey? Can you dig that up?
Sounds fine.
All right. Stay frosty. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Casey.
All right.
Casey Banta. I love him.
I don't know why I thought of that game, but I played that all the way through when it came out, and it's a really good game.
I don't know why they've never. I have a vague memory of it, but I don't know why nothing's ever come of. I mean, I don't know. I paid attention to a lot of that survival horror stuff, and I don't remember that one as well as the others. I remember the name though.
Should do it old school, Brian, next time.
Yeah, get on that.
Rule
Nicole,
Rose.
speaking of
Yes.
old school, well, not.
Yes.
It's still kind of new school. Tell us about Rayman Legends and you finally playing it.
Oh yeah, so Neff sent me Rayman Legends. It was really nice because I had put it on my wish list and I was sick, and he's like, "Hey, here you go."
Oh, Neff's a nice guy.
It's such a fun game.
It's great. Yep. Pure
It
joy
does-
in a bucket.
It
Don't you
does
think?
use, yeah. It really, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just going around smacking crap around, hitting things, collecting little dudes, I don't know what they're called, but you don't even really have to have a goal in the game. It just feels satisfying to.
You don't even know what you're doing, but it's great.
Well, no,
I mean,
you know
that's
what you're
good.
doing.
Right.
But the whole point is you're just going around collecting little orange, I don't know what the hell they are, fairies or whatever.
those are, yeah.
Luma
Those are my
lights.
Yeah.
Or,
Favorite kind of
I don't
game.
even know what it is.
It's really
it-
fun. It brings a
just fun.
freaking smile to your face and you can't
It
stop
does.
grinning. Yeah.
And it's such a satisfying experience. I mean, it hits on those collection, reward kind of benefits a game does really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Brian, aren't you one of those who doesn't like that Rayman has no legs or arms? Does that bug
No,
you?
that's you.
Oh, is that me that
No,
bugs
that's
me?
me. No, I don't like it. I
Oh,
don't
that
like-
was you.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I think it bothers me a little, but I think I get past it more. Brian really can't deal with it.
I don't like it. I
struggles
don't like
with
it
that,
one
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your
Good.
legs and arms at, man?
I usually play the little fat blue guy anyway when I play it. Although in this game, it's weird
Papa Smurf?
because he'll be part of the other weird mode where he's. Well, it's going to be different though. I play it on the Vita, and there's a lot of screen touching on that one, so I
I
don't
was
know how
going
they
to say,
do it on the
how
PC
were you
version.
playing it?
I don't know. That's
It,
weird.
it initiates Uplay, which is kind of annoying. So any achievements I get is in Uplay
Yeah, freaking
instead
Uplay.
of Steam.
Hey, guess what I hate worse than Origin? Uplay.
Uplay.
Yeah, I hate it.
Though I will say it was a very seamless connection
Yeah, you just
between
install.
Steam and Uplay.
You just install and you go, and it's fine. But
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
it's annoying, you know.
Nah.
It's
Well,
annoying that they
like-
even have to have that layer there. What do I even need
see,
that for?
With Origins, you have to download it. You have to install it all manually. With the Rayman game, I just hit install and it did everything for me in the background and connected my accounts and all of that. That was
Yeah.
all done.
It's true. They install it for you. You're right. I mean, I don't know how. I don't think there's any because there's no such thing as a game that Steam has that requires Origin.
Right.
If
right.
in other words, if EA has a game on Steam, they inherently don't require Origin for that particular game. So if you're playing, Kingdoms of Amalur, and you're not using Origins because you don't have to. But in the
Right.
case of anything else, that's all exclusive on Origin. You can't get it on there anyway. So they're trying to truly be a Steam competitor. Uplay's like, we know we
Yeah.
can't really fight this, so we're just going to install in the background.
Yeah.
Either way, I
Especially-
hate it. Like you don't make console players do this. I don't make PC players
Right.
do it.
Well, it's mostly a community thing, and I think maybe that's the reason why, because they probably don't have to do it because they probably bundle it in with the application on the
Yeah.
consoles where they got the community built in, but on the PC they they want to get in there.
Well, Uplay does require you on the console. Like with Black Flag, if
Yeah.
I
Right.
want to get all my little benefits and bonuses, I gotta log into Uplay from my console.
You have to, but if you
Mhm.
want that stuff, yes. If you don't care about that stuff, and I don't, then screw those guys. I'm just playing my game.
Screw this guy.
It just bugs me. It bugs me that
but
these
with-
guys all want to get their fingers into the community thing, and they want to do it this like little edgewise way, and
Right.
it pisses
But you
me
are
off.
missing out on stuff though, especially with Black Flag.
What am I
If
missing
you
out on?
don't, you're missing out. Like when you get in those later levels of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you can make money through the app. So Mark was doing all kinds of like sending ships out from his phone.
Oh, right,
And it's
yeah.
all through
No.
the Uplay login.
That's cool.
That stuff's all right. Not all
Oh,
that interested though.
And
Like
you're earning money while you're not even in the game.
I hate that gimmick crap though. I just want to play it. Just want
You
to
had
play
fun
it.
with it. Mark really enjoyed it.
I don't, and if it works for some, great. And the thing is, here's the funny bit: I did log into Uplay the first day, but then I don't know if this is just the early goings and they patched this in or whatever. But it was making me do it every time I played the game. Log in, log in, log in.
Yeah,
And not it didn't save it. It didn't give me an option to save it. I had to re-enter it every time. Now, I don't know about you, but doing that with a controller, no matter how easy the PS4 little floaty one works, it sucks. And I have a big, long password that's super secure. So F those guys and their dumb system. Like, I'll do it now, maybe. Maybe now they fixed it when I get back into Black Flag. Or not Black Flag. Yeah, Black Flag. I'll re-enable it. But right now, it's just like, you're not really doing me much good here. And if they start walling off really important features, that's when I get super pissed. And that's when I don't want to play your game at all. Because then you're making me do your thing. You're holding back gameplay until I use your damn thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bugs me. Just give me the game. Give me the game. Let me play it. I gave you the money. Give me the game. It's as simple as that for me. If you want to put extra stuff in there, put extra stuff in there, but don't make me log into your bullshit. just make me play it because I already paid for it. Anyway,
right? What you paid for and what you get has blurred so much over the last 5-6 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gotten to me.
With video games. Yeah.
Tell me about FNV. What the hell was that? That's something you talked about last week.
Vegas.
Oh, New Vegas. You
No, your abbreviations.
You beat the DLC.
So I've beat 3 of the 4 DLCs.
Mm.
So the Honest Hearts was the Zion, where you go to Zion, and it's Anyway, I finished that up, and I'm now in Lonesome Road, which is the last one.
Aren't we all?
And this is where I fight another courier. So.
Ooh, is it that guy from that movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I love how you're trying to like involve yourself into the DLC. But I would say if I had to rate them, I would say that I'm not done with Lonesome Road, so that might skew my results. But out of the 3, my favorite has been the first one, Old World Blues, then Dead Money, and then Honest Hearts. And I'm curious if Lonesome Road is going to upset that order. But I've also found out, kind of going back to our old odd mod segment, that there are 2 projects, 2 standalone user-created, fan-created DLCs that I cannot wait to try.
Oh, I heard about. They're supposed to be pretty good.
Yes, Project
Some
Brazil.
good Skyrim stuff too in that vein. There's a lot of good stuff like that.
And it's a whole story. And Project Brazil has like professional voice actors. Like, it's legit. And I hear it's wonderful. And so as soon as I'm done with Lonesome Road, I'm going to go on to Project Brazil and Project Nevada.
I love how you're so into this game again.
Oh, I can't leave. I just can't leave.
That's great. It's
so good.
I love that I really hope that the magic happens where at E3 they announce the new game, Fallout 4, and it'll be out this fall. There's all kinds of rumors that's all true. So if that's true, man, you're in for a great Christmas.
I hope it's not this fall. I gotta have some space between this and
that's true. That's true. That feeling of jumping right from the same game to the next version is kind of rough. You don't want to do that always.
But I have to say, when I see someone, so I'm playing it through Steam, and I'm seeing some of my friends, and I'm like, oh, you're playing Fallout in Vegas.
Someone's
I kind of like
listening to Nicole.
Little tip of the hat there.
Yeah.
Good job. Hope you're enjoying it.
Little flick of the wiener. Yep, that's pretty good.
Yeah, flick of the wiener, nice.
So yeah, I'm loving it still.
Great.
Good, amazing DLC.
That's really, really cool. We talked about the boost. Yeah, well let's see.
Yeah.
As time goes on, we'll talk more about that boost. And
Yeah.
I think let it simmer for a while. That's what I'd recommend.
Valkyrie needs food badly.
I need food.
Some quick news for everybody. Suck it, Canada, Brian says. Quote, this is a quote. Brian Dunaway says, suck it, Canada. PlayStation 4 going up $50 because of supply and demand. U.S. dollar doing better. Beer. What's the reason? Do we know why? What's the cause?
The article kind of hints that the Canadian dollar has taken a short, small dip compared to the U.S. dollar, and that's what's causing this. But I don't understand how that works anyway, because this is a international thing. Japan don't care if it's got Canada money or not. Canada money is just as good as any other money, right?
Well, I think it is like, I mean, there's a reason why prices vary in region to region, but in this case, is it also true of other products and other product categories? Is it just the PlayStation 4 or other things going up
What's this
considerable
like?
amounts.
What is the? It's like $50. Is generally how much percentage are we talking here? 10%.
Well, it's $3.99. So $50 is how much of $3.99? That's I can't do it in my head.
About 12, something like that.
Some percentage there.
Right.
And so I want to know if magazines went up that much. Did Coke go up that much? Did the movie tickets go up that much? Like, is it just across the board, or is it straight up?
It's just, and I kind of talked about this last week, talked about a little bit of supply and demand and GameStop and what they were doing. I don't know. I think these short-term price hikes and dumps based on supply and demand for a new product like this, I don't know. That feels kind of dirty. That feels more like something that you would see, like on the black market or something. Not really necessarily something you see in major markets where it's kind of like, okay, we've got a long-term plan. Over the next 5 years, we're going to sell it at X number of dollar, and it's going to blah blah blah.
It's a little fishy for sure.
It seems like it's too reactionary. I don't like that. That to me it destabilizes the idea of the value of what you're buying. It also puts a really big interest in my head. It's like, well, is it going to be $100 less in 6 months? Well, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It makes me feel.
Well, I like, you mentioned a quick dump. I like a quick dump. There's nothing I like more than a quick dump. PlayStation now to offer time-limited rental options on PS3 and eventually PS4, according to a new store listing. I saw this. It seems kind of interesting, this idea of renting digitally, not just demos.
Yeah. And we do it with
that's
all
curious.
the time, so
yeah.
I like it.
It's a curious way to deal with the whole, like, if people play demos that you didn't get any money out of them.
Right.
And also you got to have a separate build of the game that is purely a demo versus here's the whole game, rent it for a period. Oh, you didn't like it? No worries. Your 7 days are up. You do like it, you want to keep it? Here's the full amount minus the cost of the rental.
Right.
That's currently the rumor how that's going to go. $5 is the pricing image. It seems about
I
right.
like it. Yeah, I think because I love the red box and grabbing game rentals out of there because I can, a couple of dollars, I can rent it, see if it's really worth playing or not. Now, some of the stuff is stripped out, and lots of times you won't be able to play the online community kind of stuff because they can't do that. You have to have codes because of used games and this whole cycle of crap. Anyway, yeah, being able to do it and pay like $5 for a couple of days and be able to do it for, and do everything fully. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I got one thing to say about Sony, just the thing that's been bugging me a little bit. I want to get this off my chest. Enjoying my PS4. I've always enjoyed my PS3. I like Sony. I like the Vita. All that stuff's fine. I don't like how slow they are on release day. So what happens is if something new is coming to Steam, damn it, I see it at midnight. I can I can preload that thing or at the very least download it right then at midnight. Sometimes that varies, but whatever. I can start playing it immediately. They know the release time. It's boom, in my hands, done. Just like if I was waiting in line at a GameStop to pick up a game, they understand that kind of mindset of some gamers, right? That we want it right now as soon as we can get it. Sony has their Tuesday releases, and you go check, it's not there. Check at noon, still not there. Check at 1, hey, it's there, but the buy button's not working. Well, that's a little weird. Check later, it's not in the main listing, but I have to search for it. Then it'll show up. The cache hasn't cleared or whatever. I still can't buy it. Or in the case of like free PSN stuff, like when Dead Nation came out, it took all day for that thing to show up. When it did finally show up, it said free. I went to click it. It tried to charge me $15. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm a PSN member. Then later I tried it, and it said free. But when I clicked it, it says this is free only to PSN members. You can sign up for that here. I am one because I went to another PSN game, and it said, or a Plus game, and it said, hey, you're a member. Great, have this. So it's like this day-long process of them trying to get their cache cleared, new postings on the store. That link's wrong, that link's right, but the thing doesn't go through. It's kind of jank. And I don't know why they do that. It's real frustrating. I can't speak to Xbox One and how they're handling it, but for a thing where on the whole I've had nothing but great experience, I'm not one of those casual gamers that checks 4 days after the fact. I'm checking day one. And they need to cater to me, damn it. Yeah. Cater to me. And
Scott
my
alert.
needs. Scott alert. All right.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Oh, sorry. Intruder alert. Xbox One's controller PC, the controller PC drivers are still coming. That's good. I want to.
Yeah, they said the other day. They said not going to happen. Somebody did.
Yeah.
On the internet.
It has to
and now
happen.
They're saying no, it's coming.
No, it has to happen. I mean, duh.
Right.
You basically own the controller space on PCs. Why would you not do that? Like people buy your controller even if they don't buy an Xbox One just to have it on their PC. They've done that with 360 controllers for 8 years now. Microsoft would be up in the night if they didn't make official drivers. That'd be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It would be so stupid because they're like way ahead of any of the PlayStation controllers coming to the PC. I mean, way ahead.
Well, that's not true, because PlayStation 4 works just fine on there.
Wait, on the PC?
Yeah, oh yeah, no problem.
All right.
Plug it in, boom, you're in.
Plug it in, works, boom.
Yeah,
So,
works great.
but that's true. But are games making use?
Yes,
of
because
the
all it
control-
does is it maps it to the same as the 360 mappings. So
Right.
A and X are mapped together. All the triggers are the same. Dual sticks are the same. D-pad. Think about it. There's no real difference. So
No.
So they just work.
But there's no big difference there. But they also have the trackpad and stuff, and they've got different things on.
Oh yeah, you're not going to use. You're right. No, but no one's going to do that. Yeah,
Well,
but
they are. I hope they do. I hope
they
give
won't
us-
though. Think about it. Nobody's gonna. No PC maker is gonna make a version of a PC game that has that stupid touchpad capability.
Well, not the touchpad, but I'm talking about like maybe the gyros, information, and different things that could be included in
They
that.
could do that, yeah. But see that you could do that with a 360 as well. So
Right.
oh no, you can. I'm sorry, Xbox One
Not
can
with
do that.
360.
So if the Xbox One drivers will support it and people start doing it in a massive way, then yes. But right now the basics are there and it just supports it. It's fine. That's how Nick and I play multiplayer. Is he'll pull out the PS4 controller, I'll put in the 360, and we're in.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good. Amazon game controller to cross between Xbox 360 and OnLive controllers. And in a similar vein, that new Steam controller redesign looks a lot like an Xbox controller. I mean, duh, you guys, go with what people know and what works. That's a great controller. There's never been anything wrong with a 360 controller. It's maybe the strongest controller ever. So, of course, you're gonna
I think so.
you're gonna do that.
I'm just excited. There's so much great because for the longest time it was either knockoff brand or a 360 controller. Because back in the day, Microsoft used to have their game pads and everything else they had for the PC, and I've always enjoyed having a controller. I'm just excited. There's pretty much 3 big options. 4 if you count the PS4. There's 4 pretty dang good options for PC controllers.
If that Amazon one's real, that's an ugly controller, dude.
It is super ugly. But if it's $24, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if you come over and play with Brian, maybe you get the Amazon controller for $24.
You sound like a guy eating a lot of meat right now.
I'm eating budding meat.
A lot of meat. And that new Steam controller is just weird.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it.
I still think they're trying to reach a little bit too far with that. I think they're reaching a little too far with that touchpad thing they got going on.
They really want to have something though that makes you
Makes it
feel
stand
like
out.
you're getting something that's mouse-like. I mean, they
Right.
want to recreate that experience with RTSs and games that normally wouldn't use these. They want people to play Dota with this controller, so they're going to work really hard to figure that out. But I'm like you, I'm not sure they can do it.
Have you
Not
seen that
sure.
new King's controller or whatever? It's like this guy's making this. He had this Kickstarter project and he just funded, and it was it's like this keyboard grip thing that he's got, and it does all the management of mouse and keyboard, and it looks very Star Trek-y.
No, but I love weird crap like that. I'll check that out.
Let me see if I can find that. Now here it is. King's Assembly, a computer mouse full of awesome. I'll send you the
Yeah,
link.
check
I'll
that
put it
out.
in the-
We'll skip a couple of these. One last one while you're finding that. Popcap was hit with unspecified number of layoffs. That's bad news, especially on the heels of that relatively successful new Plants vs. Zombies shooter thing that's on the Xbox One. It's doing good. But that's how this goes. They do a big release, then EA goes, lay people off.
Right.
We're done with that game.
EA is kind of like all about the screwing it up right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they have been for a while. Okay, well, check it out. Time for a little game show. Or not game show. Time for a little giveaway. Nicole has I've never seen, Nicole, so many freaking codes in my life.
I know. Well, thanks to Neff for donating Dino Horde and Melissa. Oh my gosh, Melissa, you just sent me a ton of codes.
Just
We have Robot Riot, Project Apt, Jimmy versus Zombies, Sim, is it SYM? I don't, Galaxy on Fire 2. Holy crap, I sound awful.
Galaxy on Fire.
I don't know. You're kind of turning Brian on, to be honest.
Sniper Ghost Warrior Gold Edition.
Yeah.
Tower Wars. I don't know what this 3079 block auction and 3089 futuristic action or auction.
Auction.
Futuristic auction.
I'm like, wow, let's get into an auction. Looks like they're first person shooters.
Probably.
RPGs.
Well,
Yeah.
are they though? They could
It
be.
says, it says RPG, FPS.
Oh, FPS. Yeah, that must be them.
Yeah.
of
Realms
those.
of Arcadian.
Arcadia.
Oh, yes.
Arcadia,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
And Expeditions Conquistador.
Conquistador. Yeah. Conquistador. Don Cheeto.
All right, so this is how we do it now.
This is how we do it. How are we going to do it? What do you do?
So everyone in the chat room, I'm going to say I'm here, and you can find me as Nicole Spag with a little underscore. So if you send me a direct message, I will just randomly give you one of these games.
And this will
That's
work
how
in your IRC clients or the web chat interface, however you are connected to us right now. That's what you want to use.
If you just want a random, or if there was a specific game you heard me say, they were like, oh, I would totally like to play that game. Let me know.
Yeah.
So
Nicole will
I'll
take
just
care
be
of that.
hanging out here.
Yep.
They're gonna be doing the emails in the old school, and I'll be handling the contest in the chat room.
Perfect.
Nicole's just gonna sit here with her bag of goodies and go.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, while you're doing that,
We're kicking it old school.
let's kick it old school. Old video game time. Let's talk about the history, the backstory, the old days of a game called Impossible Mission for the Commodore 64, released in 1984. It's a big year. You got your Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom there. You got let's see. Was it 85 or 84 for Back to the Future? I don't remember.
84.
Okay, great.
84 was the big year.
Good years for movies. Or good year for movies.
By the way, also,
Yeah.
if you've never played this game, you
Yeah,
may
yeah.
recognize this game from our intro.
Oh, is it part of that?
Come on in. Stay a while.
Oh, stay a while. This is the one.
Yeah, this is stay a while.
Okay, I always thought that guy was from the roll around gather stuff game, Katamari games. That could be.
No.
Okay, all right. We got a clip. We'll play it. Don't you worry.
No.
Impossible Mission is a platform computer game for several home computers. The original version for the C64, programmed by Dennis Caswell and published by Epix in 1984. Player takes the role of a secret agent who must stop an evil genius. It features the use of digitized speech, was a very kind of rare thing then, and was provided by a company called Electronic Speech Systems, who drastically raised their prices after Impossible Mission became a big hit. They're like, oh, we should charge more for this. So I'm gonna play a clip from Impossible Mission.
Play some of that awesome audio stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it is him. Weird. So he's running screen to screen. Oh, I remember this game. I loved this game.
Yes.
This is way ahead of its time, you guys.
Totally.
Way ahead of its time. In fact, let's play it now. Screw this. I'm gone. See you next week, everyone.
If you've ever seen the other games that are out around this time, you really get a perspective of how far ahead they were.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird sounds happening. Let me skip ahead a little bit. But we also forget how far ahead the Commodore 64 was compared to other platforms at the time. That looks a lot better than, say, some Atari thing or whatever.
Sorry, crap.
There you go. That's Impossible Mission in stores now. Go check it out. Nicole, did we have winners? Everyone won? She's still banging away?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How'd we do?
Answering now.
Yeah, we got Andre Eckberg in the chat room. We have Ralph, Elf Huntero, formerly Taurus,
Yeah.
Chimaraya, I don't know. Free Rangers. I think people just want to mess with me by picking weird, crazy names. Android User 2, or Android.
Wow.
Ace High, Squishy, and World Inc.
Nice.
I still have 2 games left. So
Okay,
if
you still have
haven't got
time,
one-
everybody. Well, I tell you a couple of quick things here. Number one, you heard at the top of the show. Well, you didn't, but people at home will. Nerdtacular tickets still on sale. We're running through them very quickly. If you're planning on coming this year, you got to get your tickets now. Nerdtacular.com. And the location is right here at Snowbird, right outside of beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah, this July 4th weekend. Nicole is in charge of an entire podcasting track, you guys.
Woohoo!
So that's a big deal. There's plenty of other stuff going on. The Double Clicks are performing. There'll be our musical act this year, and it's going to be amazing. Tons of board gaming. Oh, and a note about board gaming. Next week, we'll have back we're going to have Dude What Was On Last week talking about board games again. That turned out to be a big hit with a lot of people.
I loved
A lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah, he was great. He really nailed it, and we want to make it a regular thing. So listen for him next week. We would have done it yesterday, but With our time change, we kind of messed him up on time. But don't worry. Next week, he'll come with a brand new board game to talk to us about and get y'all excited about tabletop gaming. Brian, what are you doing right now that people should know about? Anything?
Scott, of course, go to Comics Coast to Coast. We've had a great couple of weeks of interviews and just Ryan Estrada we talked to yesterday. South Korea, he's where he's at now. He's a globe-trotting cartoonist. So check out the latest episode of Comics Coast to Coast 192. You can go to comicscoasttocoast.com, or you can get it from the Frog Pants mega feed.
Yeah, very nice. Available anytime you check your damn feed. Nicole, what are you doing besides giving away codes?
Trying to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got so many other cool things going on. She's on Wednesdays on TMS. She's got that Nerd Parents business going on. It's all good, man.
Yep, Nerd Parents, Recommendals, Ladies of Leet, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Come to Nerdtacular. It'll be so much fun.
It's going to be so much fun. We want to see everybody there, so please come and enjoy and join us. And join us is what I meant to say. Conjoin us. Come and conjoin us. That's going to do it for us. Thank you all for being here. If you want to be a part of the show proper, you can email us. The morning stream. Sorry, this isn't the morning stream. Podcast@finalscoreshow.com is the address. I shouldn't be on this tab. Finalscoreshow.com is our website. Big thanks to Paul Sowickard, who handles all of our show notes and maintenance over there. He's the man. TFS Show is our Twitter account handle. Follow it there. Scott Johnson, the Brian Dunaway, and Nicole Spag for the rest of us. You can find us on Facebook at /Final Score Show. And our Steam community is always accessible at steamcommunity.com/groups/Final Score Show. You can find more great shows just like this at frogpants.com. That's going to do it for us, for me, for Nicole, and for Brian. We'll see you next time.
Bye. See you later.
Blah, blah, blah.
Woo.
Nicole, you should go nap.
Yeah, well, no, I got a kid to take care of. I don't get
nap.
I don't get to do
no rest.
Yeah, there's not with a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you read the email? I'm sorry. I was so focused on getting these games out.
No, I didn't. I spaced it. Dang it. I meant to read that. It's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Brian, leave that up next week when you clear the notes, because we want to read that one.
What was it? I'll go ahead and make it now.
It's right here in the emails. It's under the email heading in the notes. Just don't delete it for next time.
I got it.
It's a good one. I want to read it.
I'll copy it now.
Okay.
Stinks that there was a griefer in there, but, you know.
I know, right? Still, though, it explains why things are better here.
Right.
Why this is the place to play and the place to hang. Yo.
Word.
Word up, Nicole. Have a great day. Please feel better. I'm so sorry you're still dealing with this.
Oh, it's all right. I'm working it out.
And Brian, you
literally.
Brian, you just go suck it. Go suck an egg.
Right.
Bye now. All righty, everybody. Thank you so much for your time and your efforts. Your devotion for those who got up today. I realize it's a weird time and not everyone knew about it, but it is appreciated nonetheless. We'll see you soon for another thing we do here.